everyone. In this tutorial, I want to show you something that is the absolute cornerstone of your watercolor skill level, and that is your water control and being able to control your water. And within that is understanding differing saturation levels. This is really going to help your painting if you are not already somewhat of, you don't have to be a master at it, but at least understanding it. It's extremely important, and it really changed my path with watercolor when I started learning about it. The best way that I can describe this is we're going to go through some different liquids. So we're going to start off with like tea, coffee, moving into milk, and all the way to butter. And that's the best way that I can explain the texture of the watercolor paint to you. The very first one we're going to start off with is our lightest shade. If you aren't familiar with watercolor or you're brand new, you might not know this, but the lightest color is what we put down on our paper. And sorry about this up here, I'm trying not to waste paper. So this is just something I worked on before, but with watercolor, you can only go darker, you can never go lighter. And that is counterintuitive if you are used to using paints like acrylic or oil. Those you can lighten up because you can just paint different layers on top. But with watercolor, you always have to think about what your lightest place is going to be on your painting, and you paint that first, and then you build darker layers on top of that. We're going to start off in creating our little saturation scale right here with our very lightest saturation. So this is a lot of water with your pigment. I would say like 75% water, or maybe even 90% water to the pigment or the paint. It's very light. I like to say it's like tea. If you look at green tea or white tea or even black tea, it's very transparent. Okay, so this is our very lightest shade. Has a lot of water. One other thing about water control is you never want your brush to be dripping water. Although this is super light and has a lot of water in it, my paint is never dripping. If your paint is dripping, lightly tap it on a paper towel. Our first one is the texture or the transparency of tea. The second one, now we're gonna add a little more pigment, but we still have quite a bit of water here. It's gonna be darker, but still has a lot of water in it. And you could say this is more like black tea or coffee. Just write it down here. Then we move on and we add a little more pigment to our water. And we get something that's kind of a medium saturation level. And you could say this is like milk. I'm just gonna put them here. The next one's cream, and then our final one is butter. Then from milk, cream is obviously a little bit thicker, a lot less transparency, so we add even more. And as you can see, our value scale is getting darker and darker. And then lastly, I like to say your most saturated one is the texture of melted butter. I'll just show you real quick here. As you can see, it's still moving and has nice viscosity to it, but it's very saturated. And it also depends how much water you add depending on if you're using the little pan watercolors that are already dried, or if you use, like I use liquid ones and they come out wet, but then they dry. But you'll add water based on that. So the best way to kind of think of it is not exactly how much water you're adding, but the pigments that you're getting out of it. And then this one is very dark, very saturated. Now, some people like to go even further and they just straight up take the paint right out of the tube. But you see how it's kind of skipping around? That might be cool if you're doing a special texture on your painting, but I never use it like this dark because I want it to flow a little better. Plus, it's very, very, very similar. All right, and that is your value scale, and it also teaches you water control. The more water we use, the lighter our watercolor layer or paint is gonna look, and then we slowly use less water to get darker saturation of the paint. Now, why is this important? In real life situations when you're painting, since you start with watercolor, you start with your lightest layer and then you build upon that on darker layers. I'll show you a couple of paintings I worked on recently where that's in action. The parrot or cockatoo right here, I painted the base layer first with the very, very lightest pink, and then I came in and I added darker shades of that same pink. Obviously, there's different tones in here as well. I added some grays and some maroons in, but I did use a lot of the same paint color, and I just used less water as I started to darken up these shaded areas a bit. We use lots of pink over here. Same thing with this hornbill right here. I used my lightest shade of pink as the base layer, and then I used gradually less water to showcase these shadowed areas underneath its feathers, or some of the areas where the pink was more saturated. It's a really, really important skill to learn with watercolor, is controlling your water. I swear to you, it's a lot simpler than you might think it is. I just showed you right here. It's just the amount of water. I really, really recommend you practicing your value scale. You can practice it like this. So you start off with your lightest color. You can practice it like this, or you can do it this way too. And then I'm doing the same exact thing, but oops, that was way too much pigment. I'm just letting them touch. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more. And then just more paint. And then finally our very, very, very darkest paint. And these actually look super similar. So I'm taking my brush that's been rinsed off in water and just pulling up a little bit of that pigment. But this just shows you the value scale. This is our lightest. This pen does not work very well. All the way to our darkest. This will really help you get some depth into your paintings by understanding the various levels of saturation. And I hope this was really helpful for you guys. If you have any questions about water control or the value and saturation levels, please feel free to ask me them in the comments.